What's up, y'all? This is Brave, and I'm back for another review of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. This is season 11, episode 15, I believe, and the episode is titled Bohemian Rhapsody. Let's get right into this review. So, first of all, we start off with this random clip of Erica Mena getting a call from her manager that she is up for a role that is going to change her acting career. Y'all, I'm not exactly sure what that is because the only thing I have heard of her being in is a bunch of those Chris Stokes movies that are on Tubi. But I mean, I ain't knocking her because Baby Girl is the queen of Tubi over there. But I'm just like, so what movie role was this? Like, is there some A-listers in it? What's going on over there? But nonetheless, slide on over from there. We go back to the Bahamas. So we actually see that they have split into two different groups. Basically, all the guys and whoever has a wife, they went to go ride jet skis, and all the rest of the ladies, they went to go feed some pigs on the water. Now, I can't lie, I was kind of happy that Rashida and Yandy weren't there with the other ladies because honestly, they bring nothing to it. You know what I'm saying? They don't really bring much to the conversation. But on top of that, I was just kind of giving them a side eye because I'm like, y'all need to be stuck up under y'all man that much that you gonna go ride jet skis with them, with all the guys. You couldn't just have it be like the guys are doing one thing and the girls are doing something else. Okay. So before the boat can actually leave with all the ladies on it, we actually see that Bambi got a call from Erica. You know, Erica says that she's been so busy filming, she's finally returning Bambi's call. And Bambi just wants to kind of clear the air on what was said to Spice, you know, because these girls are out here getting attacked unnecessarily just because they are friends with Erica Mena. And it's really unfair to them. So here's the thing. According to Erica, she don't really remember what was exactly said. However, she's standing 10 toes down on the fact that don't come for me and my kids or I'm going hard at you. Like, she does end up apologizing to Bambi. You know what I'm saying? I guess and Sierra, because Sierra was on the line, you know, listening in as well. But here's the thing. Her calling Spice a blue monkey was completely out of line. I think that we can all agree on that. But what's annoying in this entire situation is the fact that Spice is really out here acting like the victim. And what I mean by that is, yes, this girl called you technically a racial slur. However, you never mentioned your part. Like, what got Erica so hot that she even called you that? Like, I'm sorry, but in this situation, it's annoying to see that, you know, Spice doesn't have to take any type of accountability in what went down between her and Erica Mena. Like, none whatsoever. Like, I'm sorry, but I absolutely agree with Sierra a while back when she was like, both of y'all were wrong. And they were. But for some reason, there's no accountability for Spice, but we're going to go ahead and go so hard at Erica. Okay, fine. All right, so back to what's happening though. When Bambi gets off the phone because, you know, her service dropped, she's in the middle of the ocean, and you have Amy, she's questioning, like, okay, so did she really say that? And Bambi's like, listen, she said that she don't know if she said it, you know, she blacked out, whatever. Here's the thing. Amy went on her confessional talking about some, oh, you know, because I want to get to the bottom of it. Girl, there's nothing for you to even get to the bottom of. You're not friends with Erica. Like, okay, if I'm gonna really be honest with y'all, this whole Erica Mena Spice thing, it's kind of annoying and being dragged out at this point, especially considering Erica ain't really none of these people friends to begin with. Like, in the grand scheme of everything, Erica is only friends with Bambi and Sierra. I don't think she even cares about all these other people's opinions. And I promise, this is not funny, but I just feel like in Erica's mind, everybody else does not matter. I really feel that way. I think that she thinks that, you know, as long as she has Bambi and Sierra, that's all that matters. She don't really rock with these people outside of this show. Now, speaking of Erica Mena, we see her and she's talking to her friend. I think he's also the nanny for the kids. And she's talking about how like her career is finally going where she wants it to go, and how she's filming season 2 of the show Hush. Now, y'all, didn't that show put out a statement saying that Erica Mena wouldn't be a part of season 2? That really makes me wonder if they had already filmed the entire show, and then once all of this came out, they decided to like end her contract, and I guess they're just going to do reshoots. I am just so curious because I don't watch this show and I don't know how involved her character is or whatever, but I am so interested to see how they're going to cut her out of the whole show, considering I think that they already have filmed it. But if y'all watch Hush, let me know. Is that even a good show? Should I tune in? Let me know, y'all. Back to the situation at hand. She goes on to talk about how she's disappointed in herself and all of this stuff. Let's get to the good part. So the producers asked her if she wanted to watch the footage back of, her and Spice's argument. So she's watching the footage back. Y'all, I didn't realize she called her a monkey so many times. Now, once she finishes watching this, she closes the computer down and she like makes the statement. It was kind of a sort of apology, saying that she apologized to the black community and all of this stuff, right? Do I believe that Erica is actually sorry that she said that? I think she's sorry that she said it on a TV show and, everyone has flipped on her. However, I I'm not trying to take Erica's side in any of this at all. However, I think that when Erica called Spice a monkey, she definitely was on some "you look like a monkey to me." The same way how Diamond has called what's her name? Bambi horsey. The same way she was referencing her as a horse, and how they have called Bambi a giraffe. I feel like she was referencing Spice as a monkey. I really do. And I don't think that in her mind she was thinking, I'm calling you a racial slur. I really don't. Because the way she was going after her, I don't know. I kind of feel like that was just the first thing that came to her mind and she ran with it. Because let's be honest, when it comes to Spice, she is successful in her own right. It's like, well, what are you going to say about her? You don't really know her situation with like her kid's father. You can't throw that in her face. Like, I honestly feel like she didn't know what to say to Spice in that moment. However, because of Erica's defense mechanism is to always yell, scream, holler, throw a tantrum, and curse people out, she just went with what she always does. And that is to go for the jugular, hit people below, way below the belt, like she does multiple people. We have seen this girl argue, so many times on reality TV. And I mean, she has torn some people to shreds. Like, honestly, what she has said to, what's her name, Spice, her calling her the monkey wasn't even the worst part for me. For me, it was her saying, I wish that you would have died on the table. Like, who says that? Who wishes death on people like that? And let's not forget all the time that she has argued with multiple women and men on this show. She has said some crazy, ruthless stuff to people. So I'm just kind of like, I get that she said a racial slur to this girl, but y'all should have kind of went hard on Erica a couple of years ago. But I'm gonna let y'all cook. So next thing you know, we go back to the Bahamas. All right, so the girls are over there waiting to see these pigs, right? And this is the one shot where I said, okay, wait a second, because the bodies are bodying. You hear me? Bambi, you had 3 kids, girl, when? I don't even understand it. Did y'all see her in that bikini? Bambi looks great. Amy looks amazing. Rennie looks good. Who else is there? Jessica, of course, she looks great. I'm just like, okay, the girls are doing their thing out here. I mean, even Shekinah, she has a flat stomach over there. Now, I'm pretty sure she went under the knife for it, but you're looking good, Shekinah. You're looking good. Nonetheless, the girls are having a great time feeding these pigs. However, Jessica, she ain't really feeling it because she feels like she is an animal lover and there's some mistreatment of these pigs that's going on in the Bahamas. All right, y'all. So we see Sierra. She is trying to play peacemaker. Okay, she's going to gather Spice, who is all one color right now. Baby girl got the turquoise wig on with the turquoise uh wrap and the turquoise striped bathing suit. I said, ma'am, who is your stylist that has to match your wigs to all your outfits? It's amusing. Nonetheless, she's trying to get Spice and Bambi to talk. So the two ladies come together. However, I am still annoyed with Spice. Spice is just victimized, victimized, victimized. It can never be Spice's fault in any of this. Like, girl, you came at these two girls sideways because they didn't give you the answers that you wanted to hear. You wanted them to grovel at your feet like everybody else is doing. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to you and Erica, and you feel like they are taking Erica's side because they had not heard from their friend. Why are you so upset with that? Again, these two aren't even your friend like that. So I don't even understand why you so mad at them. Spice, you're not making any sense. You were at that table, you inserted yourself in a conversation that technically had nothing to do with you because Yandy was asking Bambi a question and then you decided to jump in, okay? And then on top of that, you the one who was talking crazy to them. And then you got mad at the response. And like, even in her confessional, Spice is over here like, well, they just talked to her before they got on the boat, and now she has amnesia. Girl, that is what this woman is telling them. I don't know what you want them to do. So here goes Grace going off at the mouth yet again because Bambi is like, I feel like you owe me an apology. And she does. Because she came at Bambi for no reason. You know who else owes Bambi an apology? Shekinah. Because Shekinah is, she inserted herself because for some reason we are now giving Spice the Trina treatment and whoever is around her have to protect her. Like, I cannot lie, y'all. Spice is getting on my nerves, especially in the confessional where she's like, if they don't want to support me, they don't have to because I love myself, blah, blah, blah. Girl, you're doing too much. What are they supporting you in? Your crusade against Erica? Like, I'm sorry. Even though Erica, she said something crazy to Spice, right? I feel like as Bambi and Sierra, they're her friends. They've been rocking with her for years. I feel like Erica has probably done more good in their friendship for them than whatever Grace is over here talking about. I'm just saying. I mean, Spice is just so dramatic, y'all. She done walked off. Now she's having a conversation with Jessica. Of course, you got Shekinah right there in the cut just waiting in case anything pops off and somebody talks to Spice in a way that Shekinah don't like, she ready to pop off. And what was throwing me off about Shekinah, y'all, was that whole little getup that she had on. It was given Whoopi Goldberg where she was in for Colored Girls, always wearing all that white. I said, girl, where is you going? Why are you wrapped up looking like this? Then she had them glasses hanging down on her tip of her nose, looking like Whoopi when she was in Sister Act 2. Sis, why are you channeling Whoopi Goldberg right now? What's happening? Then what annoyed me is that Jessica is sitting up here trying to explain to Spice that, hey, Bambi felt attacked at the table when technically both her and Shekinah, Spice and Shekinah, was coming at Bambi crazy. But here's the problem. Spice, she only feels like, oh, well, the trigger word was when Bambi said, who the F you talking to? Well, girl, why did she ask that question? Because that's a very strange question for somebody to just throw out into the open air. No, it's because you said something slick. All right, y'all, enough of that. Let's just slide on over to the other group here. So, y'all, Chaotic takes Carly on a jet ski. And baby, when I tell you, he was doing more than a little splish splashing, okay? Baby boy had that jet ski rocking like I have never seen a jet ski in my life. I know Carly was holding on for dear life, okay? Especially because she cannot swim. I was like, poor Carly. That was probably like a roller coaster ride for her. I'm surprised that her hair was still intact, okay? Like, I know she wanted to kiss the ground once she got back about that water. I know she did. But nonetheless, why do we have these two nosy heifers, aka Yandy and Rashida, questioning Carly about what's going on with Spice? Last time I checked, she don't even talk to Spice. Why are you asking her about her? Again, because for some reason everything revolves around Spice. All right, so Carly basically says that she ain't talked to Spice, right? She hasn't even moved into the house. Okay, because Spice had an issue with that, even though you cannot control who moves next to you, but that's a whole other story. So they're just like, well, Spice is going through a lot and all of this. And Carly's like, okay, but now you're making excuses because if a person is going through a lot, you shouldn't be acting the way Spice is acting. And I agree. Spice has a chip on her shoulder. So here comes Yandy suggesting that, oh, Carly, you should give it a shot again to try to talk to Spice. Why? This woman has told Carly all season she don't want to be her friend. Why should Carly try again? Why should Carly be begging to be Spice's friend? Hell, it ain't worth it. And then you have Yandy out here giving advice on how to have a heart-to-heart conversation. Girl, good night, because you clearly have nothing to add of value to this show, that for some reason you think that you are the queen of advice. You out here telling Amy that she needs to go work things out with Rennie, even though there's no accountability on Rennie's part. And now you're telling Carly to work things out with Spice when Spice doesn't want anything to do with this lady. Girl, good night. Go sit down somewhere. Yandy, you're giving bad advice. All right, now let's slide on over to the next scene, you guys, because they have the Junkanoo band there. I hope I'm not butchering that. They are a talented band that has everyone dancing. They're playing music. They have these dope costumes on. Like, it looks like a good time, right? Everybody's dancing, having a great time. Great way to start the night off, right? Y'all, did y'all give Chaotic a side eye when he picked Amy up? Because I was like, sir, where is Erica Banks? Where is Erica? Because that's the only person who you should be picking up. Because didn't you drop Amy for Erica? Yeah, sir. What you doing? The real question is, what you and Amy doing after this scene? Y'all go back to each other's rooms? What's going on? Now, you guys, this right here is what I love about Sierra, okay? Because you can really see the growth in this girl. Sierra has come a long way since when we first met her, okay? Especially chasing after Shooter. But baby girl says that she is on a healing journey. And in this moment, before, they all leave the Bahamas, she chooses to apologize to Scrappy because she didn't need to get involved in what him and Bambi had going on. She definitely inserted herself in that situation. And one thing that got me was that Bambi and Scrappy was even sitting next to each other. Now, after she says her apologies, he does apologize as well, and they hug it out. And I'm just like, look at this growth. We love to see it, right? All right, so now Sierra, she opens the floor to everybody. Hey, if anybody got an issue with somebody, let's just go ahead and clear it all up before we leave the Bahamas, because there's no reason for us to take no drama back to Atlanta. So Sierra actually put Spice on blast, and she's like, do you have anybody you want to say something to? And I can't knock her for doing that because we already know Spice would have sat there and not said anything. But she does admit the fact that, Bambi did apologize to her earlier, and in that moment, she should have apologized. And here's the thing, y'all. Because she goes on to talk about how when she's angry, she goes from 0 to 100, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, the same thing that Erica just did? So you're saying that y'all are two peas in a pod? Girl. So after she apologizes, y'all, here's what bothered me. We have Yandy in her confessional talking about some, oh, I am just so proud of Spice for apologizing with all the things that she's going through. Girl, the way Spice is acting has nothing to do with what she's going through. Her medical situation ain't got nothing to do with the way she jumped on Bambi. I'm sorry, I'm not allowing that as an excuse. You can be having all types of things going on in your life, but the way this girl is walking around as if the world revolves around her, everybody has to grovel at her feet, it's giving Trina, okay? Her energy is giving Trina. So Bambi, she accepts Spice's little apology and they hug or whatever. But in her confessional, she's like, listen, those insults the baby girl was slanging, I did not deserve any of that, and you did not. Because the way Spice came at you, and then her little sidekick who's just sitting there twirling her fingers and twirling them big toes that she got, Shekinah, I'm just like, both of y'all need to be apologizing. Like, y'all, am I the only one who is annoyed at the fact that Shekinah sat her big behind down and didn't say nothing? You don't think that you were doing too much at that dinner? I mean, you literally told Bambi that Scrappy saved her. Just because you saw Scrappy walk through the door. You like, oh, let me go ahead and hit her with that too. Like, girl, you was coming at Bambi crazy. You were, Shekinah. And I'm not understanding how nobody said, Shekinah, why you ain't saying nothing? So then we see, what's her name? Spice. She's talking to Rashida or whatever, and she's acting like a weight has been lifted off of her shoulders because she said sorry to Bambi. Girl, why are you acting like you just did like the biggest feat of your life? Please chill out with your maternity photo shoot outfit you got on. Now here comes Rashida. She decides to throw Carly into the mix, and she's like, well, I talked to Carly and she was telling me about how, you know, she misses your friendship, blah, blah, blah. Listen, we heard this at the top of the season. We don't need to be hearing it on the season finale. So, according to Spice, you guys, she was checking her cameras, from the house, and she could see that there was all type of men outside, you guys. They were smoking and there were cars everywhere. And oh my God, it was so much happening. I'm like, girl, you sound so much like a Karen right now. But okay. So now Spice is mad that Carly rented the house out to a production crew. Spice, go away from me with this. First of all, you guys, I'm quite familiar with that world of renting out places for production and all those types of things. Please know that if she rented her house out for a production, Carly made a very nice penny on that, okay? First of all. Secondly, it's not any of your business. Your neighbors can do whatever they want with their property, okay? Anybody's neighbor can rent their spot out as an Airbnb. They can rent it out for video shoots, for TV shows. Your house can be listed for anything, okay? That's your prerogative. Spice, you cannot control what Carly does. You were already upset with her moving into your neighborhood. You told her not to move in. The girl didn't move in. However, if she already bought the place, what do you want her to do? And the fact that you sitting up here whining and crying about there's these men around, blah, blah, blah. Girl, you over here trying to throw in the fact that your kids this, your kids that. Girl, your kids don't even live there. They're not there. So I don't even want to hear you mention your children. And y'all, even if her kids were there to visit, because they don't live at the house, she over here talking about this is jeopardizing my daughter's privacy. Um, First of all, your daughter is every bit of what, 12? What privacy? What are you talking about? These people aren't invading this girl's space. They're not coming to your door. They aren't, doing anything that is completely out of line, harassing y'all. Spice, what are you talking about? Especially while she's over here tearing up in the confessional, talking about some Carly invading her privacy. Girl, anybody can move into a neighborhood. Please shut up. And number two, in that situation, girl, anybody can Google anybody's address nowadays. Please relax. And if it was a production, like a legit production, they are not thinking about your house. Now here comes Yandy over here trying to get Carly to have a conversation with Spice, unfortunately. And y'all, I am team Carly Red on this. Listen, you tell me not to move in, I don't move in. However, I done already bought this house. I gotta pay the mortgage on this sucker. And listen, if somebody wanna rent this house out, I'm about to rent it out. Because what else am I supposed to do? Sell it because Spice wants me to? No. It might be a good investment for Carly. And yes, Carly, you're correct. She just wanna be mad just to be mad at you. And to make sure everybody else don't like you. Now, y'all, did everybody catch how nasty Spice is? Especially when it comes to Carly? Talking about she wants to go over there and bust her head when the camera stopped rolling. You want to go over there and cuss her out because according to you, she's playing victim? Girl, you are the queen of playing the victim here. All right, now, y'all, they gave us a whole little montage of everybody looking like they having a great time, saying what they hope for the future when they get back to Atlanta, blah, 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 right? It was cute and all, but let's move on. So, y'all, they come back to us hearing commotion happening. You have Shekinah loudmouth yelling, and we don't get to see exactly what happens because I guess the cameras were actually down. However, Spice has attacked Carly. And I mean, baby girl is just yapping, going off at the mouth. And it's like, girl, what are you doing? Because Carly ain't even near you. She ain't even trying to be around you at this point. And you're going for her unnecessarily. You are the big bully. So now we have Kirk chiming in from, his confessional. And he's like, well, if you open up your door and you see guys smoking or whatever, that's a problem. You cannot control what your neighbors do. I don't know what planet these people live on, but please know I cannot control what my next door neighbor is doing. Unless he is doing something illegal and it is on my property, like if he is going to add a gate to his house and it's on my property line, then yes, I have something to say about that. Or if, my neighbor has a bunch of trees and the leaves get in my yard, I can absolutely go over there and be like, hey, um, could you like get somebody to clean up these leaves because these are from your tree? Sure, you can do that as well. However, I cannot go to my neighbor and be like, so you're renting your house out for Airbnb? That's a problem for me. No, you cannot do that. The same thing for if somebody is smoking across the street from your house. You cannot go over there and be like, hey, you got to put that cigarette out. You got to put that weed out. You can't do that, okay? So I don't know what delusional land these people are in, but they tripping. Now, of course, Shekinah, she feels like Carly, she does things and hides her hands and all of this. Shekinah, please go sit down somewhere, okay? And then one thing that I will say is that I really like Jessica because of her softness, especially when she went behind Carly and she hugged her. Because at the end of the day, y'all talk about people going through a lot. Carly has been through a lot as well. And Carly hasn't done anything to deserve this because literally, Spice is over there belittling her. She's being so disrespectful. She's cursing her out, talking about how, I believed in you when nobody said that you could rap, you can't sing, all of this stuff. And it's just like, girl, it sounds to me like you were never Carly's friend. It sounds to me like you were only her friend when she was kissing your feet, groveling at everything that you said and did. And now that she's doing her own thing, she has been able to be a friend to Mita. You have a problem because you're not the nucleus. You're not the center of attention. That's what it's giving. Like, it got to the point where you see Carly Red, she is surrounded by Bambi, Jessica, and then there was somebody else who was standing next to her. And I'm just like, How long was Spice going on this rant? Because the way everybody was looking around and reacting, it sounds like Spice was going for a while. And then we had the audacity to see Spice over there praying with Rashida and Kirk. Girl, get out my face with this. So now, you guys, we have this time jump, right? Where we are now at September 2023. Now, I'm not exactly sure when the last season was filmed. I'm going to assume probably earlier in the year or probably sometime partially last year. However, now we have to address the fact that the episode with Spice and Erica getting into it, it has aired. So we do have a few of the cast members there giving their thoughts. Everyone feels like she shouldn't have said it. Of course, we all feel like that. And they are going on about how she needs to go learn some history and she needs to go this, that, another. Erica ain't about to go do that. But okay. I'm not trying to be funny, but I just don't see Erica going to go pick up any type of books about Black history. I don't see it. Now, what they can do is, now if she's smart and play her cards right, if Erica wants to possibly finesse this situation, don't judge me for saying this, y'all. I think if there's another season of College Hill Celebrity Edition, she should go on it. I absolutely think that she can. She can go on that show. She'll go to a historic Black college. That way she'll learn about Black people. And then she'll have all the perfect remorse and all the things to say that she regrets what she said. So that way she can possibly get back on TV and back to especially reality TV. I'm just saying, if she wants to try to possibly make a comeback or whatever, that will probably work out in her favor. I'm just saying, try to toss the girl a bone. Now, for some reason, Yandy has to let us know that she felt like she had to be the one to give Erica the history lesson. And I'm like, girl, but what are your qualifications? Not really sure. But okay, girl. Okay, so the next thing that we get is a clip of Yandy talking to Erica, right? And I feel like this was a scene that was filmed for next season. Number one, because they did not announce that this girl was going to be fired until we all saw this air. And I'm starting to believe that she was absolutely still on the call sheet for season 12? And then they ended up cutting her. Therefore, they're just going to cut all her scenes next season. So I'm still giving a side eye to MTV, but I'm going to let them rock. So Yandy decides to tell her how, what she said was offensive. And Erica's whole point right now is, how are you offended? Because I didn't even say this to you. And you've known me for all these years, all this stuff, right? Of course, Erica is still standing on the fact that you talked about my child and I am going to be cutthroat. I am going to diss you however I feel like. Now, here's the thing, you guys. I am not Team Erica in any way, shape, or form. However, y'all can't say, oh, kids are off limits. And then when somebody says something about somebody's child, and then they say something that's extremely rude, racial slur, disrespectful, y'all want to be like, they're a racist. It's like, nah, they was just going for whatever low down, dirty statement they could make to hurt that person's feelings. That's exactly what that was. And then you have Yandy saying in the confessional, I just wanted an apology from her. Girl, how about this? Can we get Spice and Erica in the room together so that way she can apologize to the person that she fucking said it to? Like, I'm sorry. I understand that everybody wants to take on this plight right now. And everybody wants her to make this big grand gesture and statement that says, I'm so sorry to the Black community, blah, blah, blah. But here's the thing, everybody has taken this on for themselves. And I would have rather, let's go ahead and have Erica and Spice have a conversation, have a neutral person as a mediator. Let's go ahead and do that, because I feel like that entire conversation needed to be unpacked. Spice, why did you feel comfortable enough to rub your son loving you in this woman's face? Erica, why did you feel it was okay to tell this woman that she should have died on the table? Y'all, I'm sorry. But for me, a person telling me that I should have died is worse than them calling me a monkey, because this woman literally almost died for real. Like, to me, that's way worse. But also, what is annoying to me is that you have Yandy over here in her confessional, like, Erica, she's just being so defensive. Yeah, because you're coming to her, you are a third party, you were not there, and why is this now your plight? Why are you now handling Spice's issues with Erica? Like, again, y'all, I am not trying to be Team Erica at all, but I do understand where she coming from on some of this. Like, why do I need to talk to Yandy about what I said to Spice? Girl, stay out of it. Now, I can understand maybe if Shekinah was the person to come around because Shekinah was there. I can respect Shekinah saying, Erica, listen, I was there. I was trying to be the neutral party, in the situation. What both of y'all said was wrong. But however, with you saying that racial slur, that takes it to another level. I think she wasn't trying to receive nothing from everybody else, especially once she figured out that Spice had already told everybody what happened and everybody's on Spice's side. Especially once she heard how they treated Bambi and Sierra because of her getting into it with Spice. Like, I'm sorry. If I was Erica, girl, you should have just walked all the way from this show because you wasn't going to win in any of this. Should she have apologized to Spice? Yes. Should she have apologized to the community? Black people? Absolutely. However, do I think she needs to go hand out individual apologies to everybody on this cast who wants to be involved? No. But y'all, that was my review. Go ahead and let me know what y'all thought about this episode. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I will talk to y'all in my next review. Bye, guys.